Money Matters on FOSS 107 with Hinckley and Rugby Building Society.
Colin Fife from Hinckley and Rugby Building Society joining me in Money Matters this week. How you doing, Colin?
I'm doing very well, Mark. How are you?
I'm not too bad at all. You know what? You can tell the weather's getting better. Well, I say the weather's getting better, but people are thinking of holidays because I've got some interesting questions for you today, Colin. First question is, can I get a mortgage on a holiday lodge, on a holiday park?
You certainly can, yes. And becoming quite popular, Mark, as people have been staying at home. You get a buy-to-let where it's a normal residential property that you rent out, but you also get a holiday let where it is a holiday home and you let it out on a week or a fortnight or a weekend basis. So yeah, they're becoming pretty normal.
Right, and are those sort of similar to a normal interest rate on a normal mortgage?
Yeah, they're probably similar to a buy-to-let. So a residential mortgage, which you are occupying yourself, is probably the cheapest. You then have a buy-to-let, which I would say is the next bracket. A holiday let will be close to that, but will be the next bracket up.
That is an interesting question, actually. Do you think we need to rethink affordable housing, i.e. micro homes, factory-built houses, etc., etc., etc.?
Absolutely, we do. And to be fair, we are. So the government, when it agrees, or the government and the local planning authorities, when they agree that land can be used for housing, increasingly are requiring that a percentage of that housing has got to be for affordable homes. So I think that will only continue.
Do you think that, if I can just jump in while I'm thinking, do you think that proportion is significant, is enough?
I would answer by saying I don't think enough of the development is set aside for affordable homes, but there is an increased focus on it.
Do you think that local authorities ought to take up the baton of building affordable housing rather than profit-making organisations?
Yeah, I actually think they are. I certainly had that discussion with Hinckley and Bosworth Council, and I know that that's very much in their mind. The council were, I don't know, going back probably when I was growing up, were the main housing developer, and we're housing a much higher proportion of the population. We got out of that over a period of years, but that difference between house price and average salary, it just can't equate. Something has got.
Well, I did a quick check the other day. I mean, I was on a website that an inflation website, so you could type in if you spent such and such in 1980, what it would cost you today. Now, I did that in the first house that I bought. Now, it wasn't for houses; it was for absolutely anything. But I typed in 15,000 quid. So if I've spent 15,000 quid in 1980, what would it cost me today? And the answer came up as £76,000. Right now, the house that I spent £15,000 on is currently about £185,000. So that sort of, to me, makes me think there is something radically wrong there a little bit.
I completely agree. I mean, if I think about my first house, I bought it with a 100% mortgage.
Yeah.
Now, those were back in some crazy times.
Yeah.
You know, when banks and building societies were maybe lending a little too much, but I couldn't do that these days. So
well, I couldn't get them 100% mortgage. They were non-existent in my day, mate. I had a 97% mortgage. Well, thank you so much, Colin. We've gone on and on and on about one sort of subject, but I think it was a really, really, really important subject, and it's something that's been going on for many, many years. So we'll see how it plays out, and thank you so much for your time. We'll talk to you next week, mate.
See you next week, Mark. Bye-bye now.
Ta-ra. Bye.